All right, Victor Wembanyama. I call him Wembanyama, but Victor Wembanyama, whatever they call his ass, went ham. He went ham on the Suns again the other night. They came back from 20 plus. I think they played him 2 times in 3 nights or 2 times in 4 nights, and he dropped a 38 ball on Phoenix Suns. This time they had Devin Booker, and they flat out defeat him. Last time he crossed up KD, you know what I'm saying? He crossed up KD and got a bucket. And I think he had like 20 in the first half, 18 in the second half. Um, you know, and at the end of the day, he looking like a generational talent that they say he is. Obviously, people, with the body type, the only question people have is he gonna be able to hold up. But they tried to bang into him yesterday and rough him up, and it didn't seem like it bothered him. You know what I'm saying? They tried to play rough with him, and it seemed like he knew how to play through the contact or whatever. And you know, and we all knew it was by design that they allowed him to go to San Antonio. Everything Popovich had done for the league, he was starting to slide. You hear people that was in the Olympics saying that coaching had passed him by. Some of the plays he called him was old, and he didn't want to retire because his wife had passed. So they threw him a bone. We got to call a spade a spade. I think they had the number one pick in the 80s with David Robinson, the number one pick in the 90s with Tim Duncan. And then like 2 decades later, they end up getting the number one pick again. So we know what it was. We know the NBA draft is allegedly rigged. I'm just use allegedly. But like I said, man, I'm gonna speak on Phoenix too. But KD poured in 28 points. He was very efficient, 10 for 15, three and a half, 3 from 5 from 3-point land. His free throws was like mega off. I don't know what that was about. 6 rebounds. Devin Booker came in, poured 31. He was mad efficient, shot for over 50% from the field, shot 5 for 7 from three. He had 13 assists, so he controlling the maestro and getting buckets. He probably learned a little bit of that from Chris Paul. But, once again, people made a big thing about Bobo, and you heard that he lazy and he don't want to work. It could be a lackadaisical laid back a mindset. Eric Gordon went back to the bench. He can't give you what he been giving you every night because he older. But you know, Grayson Allen didn't play bad. Nurkic didn't show up. He had a DeAndre Ayton type showing. But I think when they kind of lost Torrey Craig, that kind of hurt them as well too. They kind of needed that depth guy. But what the Spurs are learning to do under Greg Popovich is play team basketball. That's what we say they learning. They learning team ball. And Victor gonna have times where he gonna be looking like he living up to the bill, and then he gonna have times where he hit the rookie wall where it's gonna be like, damn, is he that good? But right now, he seemed to be running off with rookie of the year through 5 games. Shat Holmgren was okay, but he getting, he adjusting to the foot, and they kind of crossing him, and they beating him up, his skinny body, and it seemed like Victor Wembanyama is able to take the beating and dish it out a little bit. But obviously the difference between him, Shed Holmgren, Bobo, is that he just a different breed. Didn't really get into foul trouble, 3 fouls, had only a couple turnovers. I know people say he a center. I mean, he just a basketball player in this positionless league. He's the ultimate positionless player. He can run the guard. He can run the forward. He can catch and shoot. He can post up. He can cut to the basket. That's impressive, in today's day and age, that a lot of guys can't play without the basketball, and he can play without the basketball. And right now, they got no answer for him. Right now, they have no answer for him. And the more scouting get out there, what I'm saying, they'll have an answer for him. The more they get in the scout report, then it's gonna be up to him to make the adjustment. But to speak on the Phoenix Suns real quick, but that was very impressive what he did. But to speak on the Phoenix Suns real quick, Bradley Beal's still out. I'm pretty sure Devin Booker ain't 100% coming off whatever the foot injury or he dealing with or whatever, right? Um, I'm pretty sure he not. But like I said before, man, they don't have enough depth, and that's the issue. They top heavy, and even when they do get back Devin Booker or whatever, um Bradley Beal. They just don't have enough. You know, if Nurkic's not gonna show up and do the dirty work every night and be consistent and stay healthy, and if they can't stay healthy, that's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a big problem. So I already knew they wasn't gonna be a factor because Kevin Durant is on the wrong side of his prime. Okay. Um, we know that we know that that Devin Booker can't stay healthy. Phenomenal basketball player, but can't stay healthy. You know, and Kevin Durant, like I said before, he ain't been the same since he blew that Achilles out in Golden State. So, and then you look around him, everybody made a big deal about Bobo going over there. He can't even get on the floor. So they gonna need guys like Eric Gordon to be consistent, Grayson Allen, Nurkic to be very consistent. And you know, what's that kid they got from the G League who was getting buckets, the point guard guy, Godwin, they gonna need him to be consistent in that role coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said before, I just never really seen Phoenix as a factor. They too top heavy. The new owner, what is it, Matasheba? He trying to make a splash, but you need depth. And that's one thing Boston ain't hurting for. They traded some players away, lost Brogdon, lost Robert Williams and company, but they still got some depth. You know, lost Grant Williams, but they still got some depth. Milwaukee got a little bit of depth more than Phoenix. You know, Lakers seem to be pretty deep. Clippers seem to be, you know, even though they lost a lot of guys, they still seem to be pretty deep. So we'll see what happens. But you know, this is where teams like, you know, Sacramento is going to thrive at. Golden State, they can develop Moody and Kuminga. They start to manifest their talent. This is where they going to thrive at because they can go 8-9 in the rotation, and Phoenix really can't. So, but Spurs 2-0 over Phoenix. So Phoenix dropped 2-3. They probably figured they just make it through the regular season no matter what seed they are. And they'll figure it out. But they team is their foundation and their team. If you're gonna build it on 3 players, they gotta be in their prime and they gotta be durable players. And you know, none of those guys are durable. KD is gonna miss time because the Achilles. He can't be the same guy that he was. Devin Booker always broken up and injury prone. Love him, but he always injured. And Bradley Beal seemed like he injury prone, some from wasting his best years in Washington. So check out the NBA Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live or drop video. Check the link tree out. Find me on Twitter, aka X, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Check out my new channel, Free Game 89, FR33 Game 89, right here on YouTube. The links in the link tree in the description. Check out my Detroit channel, Motor City Sports Talk. That link's in the link tree in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. More videos like this. Peace.